So you want to be able to contact aliens, and you want to be able to communicate with people of the other dimension, people who have crossed the realm of the third dimension and went on to the fourth dimension and fifth dimension. How do you do that? And how do you actually see if you have the ability or capability of tapping into your inner powers and contact the alien? Well, I'm going to tell you today. In astrology, the 12th house is the most important house when it comes to having psychic abilities, when it comes to able to connect with the divine, when the person is able to connect with things that are not seen in this realm, where that are not seen with the five senses that we have, but the sixth sense that we attain in our subconscious, yet we're not able to exert it out because we do not know how, and there are only certain people who are able to do that. So in astrology, in Vedic astrology, the 12th house is very important because 12th house is a house of mystery. 12th house is a house of being able to connect to the other side. It's the house of hidden talents. What are hidden talents really mean when it comes to 12th house? That means ability to tap into your sixth sense, tap into see. So you know how certain people, when they see somebody, they can just feel either this person is negative or positive. They see their whole life. You know, they do the face reading really well. The psychics, the healers, people who can touch with their healing hands, but more so people who are able to contact of beings in the other realm, beings on other planets, and that is seen from the 12th house. And certain planets really signify that, they really magnify that ability. And those planets are Saturn, the south node Ketu, Moon, and Rahu, the north node of the Moon. These four planets really signify the fact that this person is able to tap into these other entities. Jupiter is able to do that, but Jupiter is more about the positive wisdom. Jupiter in the 12th house really makes a person spiritual. It makes a person wanting to learn the wisdom of this realm and God. But these other realms that we know as the aliens, being able to see ghosts, having the ability to read people's mind, are really known as the negative side of a human nature, negative side of the dark side. There's a positive side to the dark side and the negative side. Positive is just being connected to the divine. But it's just layman's term saying that it's connected to the negative side. So it necessarily doesn't mean what you're doing is bad. You know, there were different times when these scriptures of astrology were written. Times have changed. Certain negative things have become turned into positive. But this is how you really look at these things. And things like astral travel, things like remote viewing are also looked with the 12th house, but also 8th house. Now, 8th house is also important. Now, the reason why I say this is because 12th house is your ability of your mind to connect to the other side. Ability of the power that you possess of the sixth sense is seen from the 12th house. The 8th house shows your interest. 12th house shows how deep are you willing to go to enhance that power. That's the 8th house. 8th house is like the grave. How do you go to a grave? You have to dig it up. You have to put forth the effort. So 8th house is also known as a house of things buried underneath the ground. However, 8th house is more about connecting with the dead. 8th house is really about having ghostly experience, having demonic experience. But 12th house, although similar, it tends to be more of a positive side of, the positive side of darkness. That's what 12th house is. So if you have these planets that I told you, like Saturn, the south node Ketu, the north node Rahu, Moon, because Moon is the mind. So these things are able to really connect with it. Jupiter also does it, but as I explained to you, Jupiter is more about just learning the wisdom of this realm. However, there are very spiritual beings who have this connection, but then they also have the connection of these planets that I mentioned. to be able to connect to the things that are not known. And the way you do this is first you check your horoscope and see if the 12th house is giving you the indication that yes, you have a hidden talent in you, but you just don't know it yet. Then check the 8th house to see how much forth effort you're willing to put to dig deep into your talent. And if you have this, that is when you have to start practicing Kundalini meditation. Kundalini meditation is a meditation that opens up the 7 chakras. It opens up all your senses. So when you have all the senses of your body connected to that one source, things will start opening up and you will see things that others can't see and you will not discuss it. You know, these people, when they experience these things, most of them don't talk about it, and it's good because not everybody will understand this. Why is that people ridicule people who have these kind of experiences? Because they don't have those planets in the 12th house. They don't have the ability to understand, to comprehend what they just experienced. Now, if you know somebody who has a similar planetary alignment as you, yes, they will understand. They would want to learn more. Because if everybody thought the same, this world would be a boring place. This is why, remember, planets, what they do is they create different personalities, different people, negative, positive, neutral, dead, alive, all these kind of personalities that are out there to make this world an interesting place. So if you're new to my channel, subscribe above because below, look at this, I'm already talking about dark sides. So subscribe above because, hey, I'm going to be talking and telling you all of these interesting things. If you want to know more about astrology and to see how your 12th house is looking, check out my link below. Check out my articles and my book. It's really going to help you understand, you know, what astrology is, what these houses are, and what I'm really talking about. It'll make a lot more sense once you know all these things. All right? Thank you.